Hello everyone, and welcome to the Graduate Writing Center's final webinar about conference presentations. My name is Peter Simpson, and today I will focus on what to do once you finish presenting at a conference and some final thoughts going forward. Our central objectives today include demonstrating how to best prepare you to answer audience questions, considerations once you're done presenting, additional thoughts, and a brief moment of gratitude. Listed above are ways to prepare for audience questions. Firstly, think about the types of questions that you'll be asked, taking into account whether your audience will primarily be researchers, students, teachers, or another demographic. Secondly, share your presentation with peers, friends, faculty members, and advisors. Using them as a sounding board will help clarify your presentation and assist with brainstorming potential questions. Lastly, in the event you can't answer a question, don't panic. Consider the two examples above. In one, you can touch on how interesting the audience member's point was and consider looking into it further. In example 2, you can also speak about how that might be an additional area for research for you going forward. Taken together, both of these ensure that you can come back to this question with a more detailed response in the coming future. I will now transition into next steps following your own presentation. Use this conference as an opportunity to also attend other research sessions and learn more about exciting topics and to network with your peers. You may also want to attend social events such as receptions and sponsored meals to take in the fullness of your experience. Lastly, don't feel bashful about taking a break to go for a walk, recharge, or reconnect with friends and colleagues. When attending a conference, choosing your attire is an important component of your overall presentation and confidence, based on what you see your professors wear to class or lectures. More specifically, think interview plus confidence boost, wearing whatever makes you feel best. Common examples including dress pants, a blouse, or jeans, in addition to water and snacks, are listed here. I also want to include a section about practitioner-based conferences, as much of this webinar has focused on research-based conferences. Generally, these conferences are geared towards working professionals and often have a direct application to the workforce. For example, a functional area such as human resources or student services, how to improve a process such as recruiting diverse students or supporting international students, or more topical areas such as fundraising, advancement, and donation. Common examples providers of these conferences include the Forum on Education Abroad and Diversity Abroad. To conclude, I include some frequently asked questions. 1. Can I present research in progress? In general, this depends on the type of conference. However, please note that if you intend to complete this research by the time of the conference, this is a generally acceptable submission. 2. What if my proposal isn't accepted? We've all been there, including myself. Use this as an opportunity for feedback and guidance to strengthen your proposals in the coming months and years. With all proposals, accepted and not accepted, feedback is typically provided by 2 to 3 reviewers. This is truly a gem and should be viewed as an opportunity to sharpen your skills and better prepare for future submissions. Third, how do you decide whether to participate in a paper session, poster session, symposium, workshop, roundtable, or another format? I would base this on your personal preference as well as capacity at the time of the presentation. For example, a poster session usually involves less work than a paper session and is increasingly able to be done from a distance. It's also imperative to consider which format best plays to your strengths and provides you with room for growth. The type of presentation that falls in between these two is ideal. Lastly, how did you turn a former classroom assignment into a conference submission? This is great. I begin most assignments with the idea in mind that this could potentially turn into a conference presentation, research project, or lay the foundation for an IP, dissertation, or further graduate study. With that in mind, I use classroom assignments as a way to further my own research and professional interests, especially focusing on creating literature reviews and conceptual frameworks that work both within and beyond a classroom context. This ensures not too much work has to be done on my part to transform or condense a longer classroom assignment into a conference submission. I would like to thank all of you for joining us today, and also thank specifically my fellow colleagues at the GWC for their feedback and input, to Avanti, a former GWC fellow whose previous PowerPoint provided much inspiration, and to Calarco, the Writing Center at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and the Association for the Study of Higher Education, for which much of the examples and instances were taken for this presentation. As this webinar series about conference proposals comes to an end, please know that the Graduate Writing Center is available to support all of your writing needs. Feel free to be in touch via our website or email. And thank you again for listening. Stay in touch, and we look forward to working together with you soon.